Good afternoon, students. Medium access sublayer. Our next topic is Ethernet. Okay. I told you about Ethernet. Coming to Ethernet, it is the way of connecting computers together in a local area network. It has been mostly widely used method linking the computers together in LANs. Okay, I told you about LANs. The cable that we are using is called as Ethernet cable. Okay, the LAN cable is called as Ethernet cable. This was used from 90s. Here, the basic idea of its design is that multiple computers have access to it and can send the data at any time. Why? Because all the computers are connected with the Ethernet cable. Okay, here this Ethernet will describe us how the network device can format the data and transmit the data and how other networks devices will access the computers with the same network segment and how to put the data out in the network connection. For all these purposes, we are used to connect a cable which is called as Ethernet cable. Here, Ethernet is a network protocol that controls how data is transmitted over a LAN. Here, remember, Ethernet is a network protocol that controls how the data is transmitted over the LAN. For the Ethernet, the technical name according to the IEEE standard, the International Electrical and Electronics Engineering, IEEE is meant for 802.3 is the technical name for Ethernet. It is also called as IEEE 802.3 protocol. See, coming to different types of Ethernet cablings, we are having majorly 4 types of cablings. Those are having different standards and different configurations. Coming to Ethernet cables, it look like the thick telephone cables. Already we are seeing in our laboratory, the cable which is used in our lab LAN is Ethernet cable. Okay, that will look like a thick telephone cables. They connect to boxes. Okay, I already told you in star topology, they connect to boxes. That box is called as hub. In star topology, we are maintaining a switch or hub. From that switch or hub, all cables or all systems are connected to that hub or switch. Coming to the types of Ethernet, the standard Ethernet implementations are 4 types majorly: 10 base 5, 10 base 2, 10 base T, 10 base F. Coming to 10 base 5, the cable we are using is bus cable. Sorry, the topology is bus topology. See, the cable we are using is thick coaxial cable in 10 base 5. In 10 base 2, the topology is same bus topology, and we are using the cable in thin coaxial cable, not thick coaxial, thin coaxial cable. For 10 base T, the topology is star topology. The cable we are using is UTP, unshielded twisted pair. I told you in physical layer about these cables. Okay. Last one is 10 base F. That is topology is star topology, and the cable we are using in this is fiber, optical fiber, OFC, optical fiber cable. Okay. I told you about these type of cables: coaxial cables, unshielded twisted pair cables, and OFC, all these in physical layer. Okay. Now first type is 10 base 5. Here, see how it look like. The right side top, you will see the type of 10^5 cable. It is a thick Ethernet cable. It is a thick Ethernet cable we are using for 10^5. Here, up to 100 stations can be connected to the cable using vampire taps. Taps means, I told you in bus topology, taps and drop lines. Okay, that is called as vampire taps. Here, nearly up to 100 stations can be connected by using 10^5 cable. Here, the system is difficult to install and maintain. It is not so easy to install and maintain. Here, 10^5, the total meaning is in it. 10 means, here in 10, the meaning of 10 is its transmission. That means 10 Mbps of speed. That cable is having 10 Mbps of speed, and base is the short for baseband signal. Here, base is nothing but it refers the baseband signal, and it is not broadband. Baseband is opposite port to broadband. Here, 10 is the 10 Mbps speed, and base is the baseband signaling, and 5 stands for the maximum segment length. That is nothing but the total length of the cable is 500 meters. That is equivalent to 1600 feet. This 1600 feet cable can connect up to 100 stations. Okay. It was the first Ethernet specification which is used as a bus topology with external transceiver is connected via tap to a thick coaxial cable. See the diagram in the bottom of the slide. It is very much similar to bus topology. See that in the bottom we are having left side 10^5 means 10 Mbps. That was cut in the slide. 10 means 10 Mbps of speed, and 5 means 500 meters of cable length. That is equivalent to 1600 meters. And base is nothing but baseband signal. This baseband signal is nothing but a digital signal. Okay. Now coming to the example of this one, see, we are having 2 ends for this cable, right? For these 2 ends, which cable we are using? We are using for 10^5 thick coaxial cable. Okay, thick coaxial cable. In this thick coaxial cable, this is a tap, right? In bus topology, we have seen this thick part is called as, this highlighted part is called as a tap. This tap is also called as transceiver. This one is a drop line which is used to connect the system to the thick coaxial cable. Here, what is the length of the cable? Here, the transceiver cable. See, this is nothing but transceiver, nothing but drop line. The drop line cable length is about 50 meters. Okay, the thick coaxial cable length is 500 meters. Okay, this is called as 10^5, and it is the first of its kind. Okay, next, second one is 10^2. Okay, is 10^2. You know the meaning. 10 is nothing but 10 Mbps of speed, and base is nothing but baseband signal. And this 10^2 is also called as CheaperNet or thin Ethernet. Why this is called as thin Ethernet? The cable in 10^2 we are using thin coaxial cable. In 10^5 we are using thick coaxial cable. Whereas in 10^2 we are using thin coaxial cable. That is the reason why this particular Ethernet is called as thin Ethernet or thin net. CheaperNet, thin net, or thin wire. Here 10^2 coaxial cable can have, what is the maximum length? 185 meters. Okay, nearly 200. 2 refers is nearly 200 meters. The exact is 185 meters or 607 feet length. The thin coaxial cable length is 185 meters. It will give 10 Mbps of transmission speed, it will use the baseband signaling, that is digital signaling. Here, the maximum practical number of nodes that can be connected by using 10^2 is 30. Whereas in what is in 10^5, that is 100. In this thin net or thinner net, the maximum nodes to be connected is 30. Here, what is the length of transceiver cable? The unit 50 meters. In this, it is 50 centimeters. That is 50 meters. In this, we are having 50 centimeters. See here in the diagram, 10^2 means 10 means 10 Mbps, and 2 means what? 2 refers 185 meters. Baseband means baseband signal. See this thin this why this is bent. Here the representation why the cable is bent like this, that is nothing but it is a thin coaxial cable having such a flexibility of bending. Here this is a tap drop line. Here the length between the thin coaxial cable to this particular station is 50 centimeters, whereas in 10^5 it is about 50 meters. The total length of this thin coaxial cable is all about 185 meters. So this is one end of the cable and this is the another end of the cable. The systems are connected in a bus topology fashion. Here the cable is bended. That is nothing but it is representation of it is a thin coaxial cable. Okay. The next one is 10^T. This is the third variant of Ethernet. Here, these cables look like thick phone cables. These cables look like thick phone cables, but with 8 copper wires instead of 2 or 4. Normally, in phone cables, we are using 2 or 4 copper wires, whereas in 10^T we are using 8 copper wires, and they go from each computer to hub or a switch. Each computer to switch. That means from hub, central point to directly system. Okay, it is a 10 means it is supported up to, that's what is the speed, 10 Mbps. That means 10 Mbps of speed. What topology it is? Previously, what we are using in 10^5 and in 10^2, we are using bus topology. Okay, here the topology we are using is star topology. That is the reason why they mentioned in the first point. See, cables look like thick phone cables, but with 8 copper wires instead of 2 or 4, and they can go from each computer to hub. In star topology, how, just assume how the star topology, from switch or hub, the cable is directly connected to the system. That is the reason why it is said to be star topology. Here also it will be the same. The third point, it will uses the star topology. And the stations are connected via 2 pairs of twisted cable. 2 pairs. Why 2 pairs we are using? One pair is for sending and another pair is for receiving. One pair is sending from station to hub, another pair is from receiving from hub to station. One is station to hub and second one is hub to station. Here the maximum length of this twisted cable is about 100 meters. To minimize the effect of, why? Because here the cables are twisted, right? The effect of attenuation. That is because the cable is twisted here. To minimize the effect, to minimize the twisted effect, we are using a small length of cable that is about 100 meters. See in the diagram in the left side, 10^T. Why it is T? T means twisted pair. Here there is no specification of length here. 10 means 10 Mbps of speed. Base means baseband signal, and T means the cable we are using in 10^T is twisted pair cable. See here in this, how many stations we are having? This point where I am pointing here, this is a hub. This uses star topology, right? For this, we need to maintain a hub. This is called as 10 base T hub. For this 10 base T hub, the cable, this is the cable, 2 pairs of UTP cable. This is 2 pairs of UTP cable. See here. Here you need to mention 2 pairs. Why? Because one pair is from hub to switch and one pair is to switch to, one pair is from hub to station and the second pair is station to hub. One is to receive and another one is to send. Here 3 stations are connected to 10 base T hub in a model of star topology. This is how it look like. This is how it would look like. Here 8 copper wires. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8. 8 copper wires. In normal telephone cables, we are using 2 pairs or 4 pairs. Next one, last one. 10 base F. Here this is same as 10 base T, but the cable is different. In 10 base T, we are using twisted pair cable. In 10 base F, we are using fiber cable. F resembles fiber. F is meant for fiber. Here, this fiber cable, what will transmit through fiber? OFC cables. All we are experiencing right now, all we are experiencing fiber net. To that fiber net, the light is transmitted. The light pulses are transmitted through that cable instead of electrical signals. Whereas in twisted pair cable, the electrical signals are transmitted. Whereas in optical, this fiber is called as optical fiber cable. Through this optical fiber cable, the light pulses are transmitted. This also uses the star topology. And see, this is most expensive due to the cost of connectors and terminators. For some distance, we need to use terminator and connectors. Okay. The best example for this optical fiber is all we are using fiber net. Okay. All we are using, most of us using these days fiber net. Okay. Here in the diagram, 10 base F means 10 Mbps baseband signal, and F means it is using fiber cable. The topology we are using here is star. That is the reason why we need to maintain 10 base F hub. 10 base F hub is hub. Through this hub, we are using 2 ways, 2 fiber optic cables. See here, it is clearly mentioned over here. See here, 2 fiber optic cables. One is to receive from station to hub, and one is from station to hub, and another is from hub to station. Okay, 10 base F hub. This is how the 10 base F hub will be. Okay, these are the 4 types: 10 base 5, 10 base 2, 10 base T, and 10 base F. Okay, now moving to the next topic in this Ethernet. This is the second part of Ethernet is the second part of the 4th unit, medium access sublayer. This is the part of the topic from Ethernet is the part of IEEE standards. Okay, IEEE standards. The next topic is Manchester encoding. Okay, these encoding techniques we have seen in physical layer of computer networks. The second unit here. What is the encoding? Here, the Manchester encoding is the very common data coding technique, data coding method. Most of us using today. In Manchester encoding, we can encode both clock and signal into one. In Manchester encoding, note down this point. We can encode both clock and signal into one and transmit the signal serially. Okay, I will show you in the example how it will be done. In the Manchester encoding is also widely used in infrared data, transmission. Like for example, Philips RC protocol. We don't need to know about this protocol. Just for infrared means we are using remote controls for TV, for air conditioners and everything that will works on the network infrared transmission. Here Manchester encoding is two types. One is normal Manchester encoding. Second one is differential Manchester encoding. See the example. This is the techniques. Just you need to listen these points carefully, then only you will understand. Here, the data is represented 1 or 0. Okay, here the data is represented in this encoding either 1 or 0. A logical low, 0 is represented from high to low. Here, what is the meaning of 0? High to low. You need to remember this point. Low means high to, 0 means high to low. Next, and a logical high. 1 means logical high. 0 means logic. 1 means high. 0 means low. It is 1 is represented by low to high. Okay. Yes, you will see the example. You will clearly understand. Here, this is the clock data, clock information, and it is the data information, and this is the Manchester code. And I will share you the example. This here, the example is not present. I will share you the example. Just you note down this point, and I will share you one bit stream. Just you need to convert it into differential Manchester encoding and differential Manchester encoding. Okay. For Manchester encoding, 0 represents high to low. 1 represents low to high. Okay. Here in the example, just note down the example. The data to encode the binary number, just note down this binary number, 10010. Reading from left to right here, 10010. The coding occurs every falling edge of the clock. Coding occurs every falling edge of the clock. That means the falling edge means, see, from start to this gap is nothing but this is a falling edge. This from here to here, it is a one falling edge. From here to here, it is a one falling edge. See, for the first falling edge, for 1, what we need to draw? For 1, low to high. That means like this, low to high. For the second falling edge, 0010, right? 0 means, I'm telling, and this is another example, 0 means high to low, like that. You need to draw in every falling edge, and after that you need to combine all these, that will convert it to Manchester encoding. And on the falling edge of the clock, the coding signal has low to high because the data is high, that is 1. On the second falling edge of the clock, the code has a high to low transmission, that is 0. Okay, high to low is 0, low to high is 1. The same algorithm is applied for the rest of all signals. Okay, that means you take down the binary number here, 10010. You draw a falling edge and you draw the for 1 and 0. Now, the second technique, that is differential Manchester encoding technique. Here, it is a variation of Manchester encoding technique. Here, the transmission line is kept high. when no data is sent. Just note down this point, students. In differential and Manchester encoding, if there is no data, previously we have 0, it is like high to low or low to high. It is 1, it is low to high or high to low, like that. In differential Manchester encoding, if there is no transmission, from where we need to start, see the second line of the slide, the transmission line is kept high when no data is sent. If there is no data is sent, then we need to keep high before starting and ending, before starting and after ending. Okay, here we are having two coding methods. The first one is transition on low, second one is transition on high. Both methods works exactly same. Okay, just you note down 2 points, students. Whenever there is no transmission, the transmission is kept high when no data is sent. Okay, this is for your exercise, student. I will share you the example also. To take one binary count number, then first for no transmission you need to keep high. That will be before starting and after ending. For every falling edge, you need to draw the pins. Okay. See the transition on low. Transition on low means, see here, before transmitting, right? What I told you, students, don't confuse, just listen. The transmission line is kept high when no data is sent. When no data is sent. Here we are having two variants, right? Transition on low, transition on high. Just to understand this. See here. This is transition on low. Here, in the before starting, right? What I told you, before starting, transition on low. We kept low. 1 means low to high. 2 means, sorry, 1 bit for bit 1. Just they mentioned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are falling edges, not binary numbers. These are falling edges, 8 falling edges here. Just you try these examples and you can see in anywhere. Okay. The next one is, in tomorrow's class, we are going to discuss about Ethernet MAC sublayer protocol. Just what you do today is, just you take one binary count, just note down the binary count here, 1001101. For the differential Manchester encoding, you can take 1001101. You take this binary number and transform that binary number into differential Manchester encoding in 2 forms. The first form is transmission on low. Second one is transmission on high. You can try these and I will share you the example also. Okay. That's it for today, students. One more thing I want to inform you. Just I will tell you.